Things are being thrown. There's no room for this in the sport. There's no room for Davis brothers to be in the building tonight. The police escorted them out. You saw
you and Canelo. What would it look like?
Come on, man. Y'all know what I do. I ain't got to talk about it on the streets. I'm me against anybody. I ain't never gonna say another man gonna whoop me. So, you know what I mean? That's your answer right there.
I guess in Guadalajara, you think it'd be a little different on the streets if Terence came to town?
I think every city, every place is different, no? It's different. But we don't talking about the streets. We're talking about boxing, the beautiful sport of boxing. So that's different, way different.
What happens when boxing's Canelo Alvarez pots with the sport's most dominant powerhouse backstage? Not just a war of words, not just a stare down dripping with tension. This turned into a full-on brawl on so explosive that security had to storm in, leaving the boxing world stunned. Cameras were never supposed to catch it. Mics were never supposed to pick it up, but the leaks are already out. Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez didn't just exchange verbal jabs, they traded real punches backstage. Just moments after their long-awaited super fight was officially confirmed.
Feeling great. I've been working out. You know, actually, I just got done running before we, head into the press conference. So everything is going according to plan, and I'm looking forward to becoming a 3-time undisputed champion come September 13th.
And make no mistake, this wasn't some stage-shoving match or promotional stunt for the cameras. This was raw. This was personal. It all began in picture-perfect fashion. The lights blazing, cameras flashing, reporters swarming to cover the announcement of what's being called the pound-for-pound clash of the decade. Terence Crawford. After years of speculation, it was finally real. Within minutes, the press conference turned from a celebration into chaos.
Introducing yourself to a lot of MMA fans.
Say that again.
What's it like? Dan, you got it.
I don't think you did your research by saying a lot of MMA fighters haven't seen me fight before. I think that's wrong. I got a lot of fans.
And now, the fight that was already huge has become something even bigger, arguably the most important bout in boxing in over a decade. Canelo Alvarez in a tailored suit, exuding calm confidence. Across from him, but stepped in wearing all black, hood pulled up, eyes sharp, moving like a man who could already sense trouble in the air. Canelo Alvarez, I respect what he's accomplished in this sport, said evenly, I'm going to win. Shot back without hesitation, chasing greatness, and I fear no power. The atmosphere was electric. The kind of charged energy you only feel when two men who are.
Turkey, you need to put a small ring, the smaller ring in the...
Hey, Matt. Yeah. The only running that I'm gonna be doing is running upside his head, and I can assure you that. Facts. And he got a big head too.
Destined to fight finally stand face to face. Cameras clicked, microphones jostled for position, and every reporter in the room knew that history was about to unfold. Canelo Alvarez, dressed in a perfectly cut suit, sat in his chair with a calm, almost regal composure. His posture was upright, his eyes steady, his expression betraying no sign of nerves. He looked like a man completely in control of the moment.
When they ask him for the Germonta fight, they don't want to get credit for that fight. It's the same for me. I don't need to take that fight because everybody's gonna say it's too small, and then, he need to enjoy his
one. Who had been here countless times before. Then came Terence Crawford. He entered quietly but with purpose, dressed in all black, hood drawn up just enough to cast a shadow over his eyes. His walk was deliberate, his focus absolute. If Canelo's presence was that of a king holding court, Crawford's was that of a hunter entering enemy territory, silent, sharp, and unblinking. It was as if he could smell conflict before the first question was even asked. The opening exchanges between the two were polite enough, almost textbook. The kind of respectful remarks you hear when the cameras are rolling, and both sides know the promotional machine is humming in the background. I respect what he's accomplished in this sport, Canelo said evenly. glancing at Crawford without breaking. His calm demeanor. The room seemed to appreciate the professionalism, at least at first. But anyone who knows boxing knows that beneath polite words, tension always lurks. It didn't take long for that tension to rise to the surface.
What Canelo shoves you again this press conference?
I'm crying like a baby. Yeah.
All right, take it.
The turning point came when Crawford leaned forward slightly and brought up the one subject guaranteed to ignite a spark. "What happened in 2022? You pulled me back then," Crawford said. His voice low but firm, told the world I was too small. That's why the fight didn't happen. Instantly, the temperature in the room seemed to drop. Conversations hushed, cameras zoomed in. The smiles that had lingered in the early moments were gone. This was no longer a press conference, it was a confrontation.
Knockout Charlo. Or you really think he's gonna knock out Crawford? I would pick Terence Crawford to beat a Canelo Alvarez, even at 168. Everybody can call me crazy and whatever you want to say. I get it. Y'all didn't believe me when I told you about Spence, but trust me, Crawford will figure out a way. I know a secret y'all don't know, and I ain't gonna tell you why I would pick Terence Crawford, but it's part of the secret is the reason why I'm picking him to win the fight.
What's changed now? Crawford pressed, his eyes locked on Canelo. "Why am I suddenly big?" And Canelo's jaw tightened ever so slightly, but he didn't flinch. "You think I've changed my mind like everybody else?" he replied. His tone measured but sharper than before. "No, I'm the same. I just see things differently." No, Crawford tilted his head, a faint smirk tugging at the corner of his mouth. "Or maybe," he said, "I've just gotten better." That was the moment the verbal gloves came off. Canelo leaned forward, abandoning the...
I don't respect him anymore because he say, I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried to, maybe Turki Al-Rashid told him, "Hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh." So and he tried to walk me back, and that's why I pushed him. And like I said, don't with me.
Does it bring a different Canelo then?
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, you watch Saunders fight, right?
Which one? The Saunders. Oh,
he pissed me off. He pissed me off. Yeah. So it's gonna be almost the same.
Distant, king-like posture. "You've done great things, yes," he said, his voice rising just enough for everyone in the room to feel the shift. "But you've never faced power like mine. You've never been in there with someone who can end your night with one shot." Crawford's smirk faded into something colder. "Power," he said. "I've walked through power my whole career. You hit hard, so what? That's not enough. I'm here because I've beaten everyone they said I couldn't. You're just the next name on that list." Crowd of reporters began to...
The speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not. Kovalev.
Kovalev was older. He
Billy Joe.
Does. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is not.
So how do you see a fight?
Tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always have respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching them, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. Been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top.
Buzz, sensing they were witnessing the first real flare-up in what could be the defining fight of the decade. The tension was so thick that every small movement, a shifting of a chair, the click of a pen sounded louder than it should. Canelo shook his head. "You talk too much," he said, "but talking doesn't win fights in that ring. We'll see how much your words are worth." Exchange ended with both men refusing to break eye contact. It was the kind of stare down that doesn't need to be staged for the cameras. Their expressions alone told the story.
Theo kind of made a great point when talking about the sizes, because he said if you look at them two together now, they look the same size. He said people have got the idea of the size thing wrong. It's not looking at them as a physical package, it's who has absorbed the bigger shots in the weight division. So and it was good. It was a very good point. He was like, Canelo has been hit by light heavyweights and super middleweights for the best part of a decade.
Basically,
he's so used to taking those shots, whereas Crawford hasn't. Crawford's been hit by 140 guys and 147 guys for the best part of a decade.
Yeah,
what's Crawford going to be like? So basically, he's trying to say, Canelo could easily absorb Crawford shots. Can Crawford easily absorb Canelo's punches?
If you're taking shots from Triple G, Sergey Kovalev, Dmitry Bivol, and you're staying on your feet, not getting hurt,
not even getting wobbled,
just literally shaking it off.
Yeah,
you can take.
Story. No matter what polite words might be said for the sake of promotion, this was personal now. As the press conference continued, the official questions became little more than background noise. Every fan watching could feel it. This wasn't just another big money fight. This was the proud champions with legacy